How's it, grade 12? So today we're going on to synthetic division. Now, what's synthetic division? It's just an easy way to divide a polynomial by another polynomial. So if you don't like the long division way, you can have a look at synthetic. Okay. Now, the thing is with synthetic division, you must make sure the divisor is a linear polynomial with a leading coefficient of 1. So, for example, what do we mean by that? Here's our divisor, and the leading coefficient of this thing is 1, and it's also linear. And what we mean by that, it's just an x. There's no x squared or x cubed or something like that. So just remember, the leading coefficient needs to be 1, and it needs to be linear, your divisor. Then you can go through with synthetic, okay? So if we look at this first example over here, it says use synthetic division to determine the remainder when 2x cubed minus 3x squared plus 3x minus 10 is divided by x minus 2. All right, so I'm going to work through this example with you. So example 1. So we want to find what is the remainder when 3x squared plus 3x minus 10 is divided by this x minus 2. Okay, so what we're going to do is pretend that this is equal to 0, your divisor. And what I'm going to do there is I'm going to solve for this x. So we get x is equal to 2. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that 2 over here. Okay, then I just list the coefficients of this polynomial over here. And I think I'm missing a term here, sorry. So we've got here 2x cubed minus that. Sorry, my apologies. So what I'm going to do is just list the coefficients. Okay, so it'll be 2 minus 3, 3, and minus 10. So we've got here 2 minus 3, 3 minus 10. Okay, and then I draw like a division line that you guys are used to. Just something like this. Okay. And then I'm going to miss a line, and then I'm just going to draw a line over here. And what I do is I'm going to bring down this one immediately. So we've got 2 there. Okay. Now I take this times this, and I get 4. Then I work out what this is. So it's minus 3 plus 4 gives me 1. Then again, I take this times this. So 2 times 1 gives me 2. Then I work out what the sum of this is. So 3 plus 2 is 5. Then I take that times that gives me 10. Then I work out the sum of this. So minus 10 plus 10 is 0. Now, this last thing that you always get at the end here is your remainder. Okay, so you can see we're getting a remainder of 0. So what we can say now is we can say that 2x cubed minus 3x squared plus 3x minus 10 will be equal to our divisor, x minus 2, multiplied by, now this thing over here, this is going to be 2x squared plus x plus 5. Okay, it's not going to be a cube because remember, if we take that times that will give us the cube. So it's always 1 less power. All right, then obviously we've got plus 0 as our remainder. All right, so that is synthetic division. Now let's have a look at an example where we don't have leading coefficient is 1. So this is going to be example 2. So what we want to do, I'll just show you what the example looks like. We want to divide this 2x cubed minus 3x squared plus 16 by 2x plus 1. Okay. So we want to divide this 2x cubed minus 3x squared plus 16, and we want to divide it by this 2x plus 1. Okay, so just like I did before, I'm going to set this equal to 0, and then I'm going to solve. So if we solve for this, we would get x is equal to minus a half. Just remember how we do that. Take the 1 to the other side, divide by 2. Okay, so I'm going to do something very similar to what I did here. We're going to have the minus a half outside, which was this thing here, and then draw like a division line. And inside that division line, I'm going to write this, all powers of x. So x cubed, coefficient is 2, x squared is minus 3. X we don't have, so I must put a 0, all right? And then 16 will go last. So basically, just like what we did with the long division, you must fill in your missing terms, okay? I'm going to misalign, and I'm going to draw a line over here. Straight away, you're going to bring down this 2. Then you're going to take this times this. So minus a half times 2 is minus 1. Then you're going to take the sum of these. So it's minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4. Then we go again. Take this times this. So minus a half times minus 4 is 2. Take the sum of this. So 0 plus 2 is 2. Then start again. This times this will give us minus 1. Take the sum here and we get 15 and we stop. This is the remainder. Okay, so what we can say now is if I take this back this side, what would we get? We would get x plus a half. Okay, so essentially that is what I divided by, because I got that minus a half there. So I took this and I divided it by x plus a half if you had to do it the long division way. So we've got here that this 2x cubed minus 3x squared plus 16 is equal to x plus a half, which was this, multiplied by this thing over here. So now it's going to be 2x squared, decrease the power by 1, right? Minus 4x plus 2 plus 15, because you have to add your remainder. Now, if I have a look at the second bracket over here, because you guys know we never write things like this with x plus a half or whatever, okay? If I look at the second bracket over here, I've got a common factor of 2. So we've got x plus a half. I'm going to take that 2 out, okay? And what am I left with? X squared minus 2x plus 1 plus 15. All right, so I took that common factor out. Now what am I going to do with that common factor? I'm going to multiply that inside this bracket. So we get 2 times x gives us 2x. 2 times a half gives us plus 1. And we just got this left over here. And what have we got here? We've got our original thing coming out. All right, grade 12s. So easier way of doing it, use it, don't use it, it's up to you. Either way, it gives you the same answer. Right, guys, so for homework, what I would like you to do is exercise 7.2, numbers 1 to 6 for me, please. Thank you.